In Creo Parametric 13, there is a brand new feature called the corner blend, and it is neat. I recommend that you try it out. All right, let's take a look at how this works. Here I am designing the next generation Starfleet shuttlecraft, and I'm going to have some transparent aluminum panels, and I've got my rounds that come together at these different corners, but I want to change the geometry here. I want something that matches up a little bit better than what I have. Well, that is where the corner blend comes in. And so I will go to the drop down for the round command. Here is the corner blend. It's got that little blue triangle in the upper right hand corner indicating that it is a new feature. But I will click on that. And so what you do is you select 3 or more rounded surfaces in order to blend the corner between them. So let's take a look at the first example. I'm going to start here. And you can pick the rounded surfaces either in a clockwise or a counterclockwise direction. So I will hold down the control key and select the second one, and hold down the control key and select the third one. And so you start to see a preview of where it's going to blend in and the different curves that you will get. And you have drag handles so you can see how it's going to change the curves. And now I can see a preview, so I know that this one is going to work. Again, you can see, okay, how much can I get here? How much can I get along this direction? And of course, you can double click on the dimensions to change the value. So I decide that, hey, let's go with, 20 is good for all of these different values. So I'll plug in what I want to use. And so I'm happy with this one. I'm going to go ahead and hit the check mark for the first one. And so that is a nice little blend there of the corner. If I rotate my model, you can see what we started out with and what we're getting right now. Let's take a look at another example. So let me move everything over. And this time I'm going to use 4 curved surfaces. I'll go to the drop down and I'll go to corner blend. Again, I'll select my 4 different ones. This time I'll go clockwise and select these 4, and you can see the preview. Let me zoom in over a little bit more, and I decide that, I want it going really far along this one, and maybe shorter along this one, and further along on this one. I can start plugging in some different values that I want. Let's go with 40, 40, and try some 20s. Oh, there's something else that I want to change in here. Okay, let me go to the Options tab. Right now, this is giving me a G1 tangency connection. Well, whenever I can, I try to get G2. And so I want to try this one out, and I'll hit the check mark. Now we are getting that nice blend there in the upper corner. And again, we can rotate the model and compare it to the original over on the right-hand side. All right, let's take a look at some other different options in here. Let me go to the corner blend command once more and select 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, this one's way too big. Let me drag this one down. It's curving all sorts of weird directions. All right, so just dragging the dimensions down a little bit. And there's also another option that you have in here for the stretch value. And this allows you to change the shape of the curves. And so again, let me zoom in a little bit. And I'm going to change this one to 20. Again, just changing the number so I can see which one that corresponds to. Okay, here are the stretch values. And so here's end 1 stretch. Right now, it is a value of 1. I'm going to type in 0.5 and take a look at what happens when I hit the enter key. Okay, so I changed this particular one. Let me do this. And so this will change the one over on the left-hand side. And you see how the curve changes shape. Let's change this to 1.5. And now it bends a little bit more, and then 1.5 for this one as well. Okay, there's another option for modifying these different stretch values as opposed to plugging in values. I'll just show it to you. I'll click on this, boom, you get all the different stretch dimensions appearing on the computer screen. Yeah, that is a little bit jumbled with all of these different values selected. So I think I'm going to turn that off, and I'll just change the values manually in these different fields. So for example, for this one, let's change this one to 0.4 and change this one 0.4. And again, you can see how it sort of like, moves out a little bit in terms of the shape. And then also for this one, I decide, I don't want to generate a surface at this point. I'll go to the Options tab. Right now, I'm just going to generate the curves. And so I will hit the check mark, and let me zoom out a little bit and deselect. And so it just created the curves that belong to the boundary. And so that way, if I decide that, hey, I want to jump into style and use these curves for some other different functions, or maybe I want to use them as the basis for a boundary blend or some other technical surfacing command, I can do that. These are just regular curves I can use for any purpose. So there you have it in a nutshell. That is the brand new corner blend command that you can use for getting smoother surfaces at the intersection of your rounded surfaces.